Jason, we're doing episode.
I don't think you can call me by that name anymore, my good friend.
Jason, we're doing a podcast.
But I'm not Jason anymore now, am I, Justin? No, today I have graduated to a new name, a new title.
I don't think that's how names work.
I am now to be referred to as Jason, the baker of bread.
So your name is still Jason.
Shh, you didn't say my full title, though. Jason, the baker of bread.
Oh, so you made bread? Is that what you're trying to allude to?
Yes, I did. Now,
I thought you've been making bread, though.
No, I've had a sourdough starter in my fridge for 3 months because I have not had 2 days where I've been at home.
Oh. Okay. Well, I'm not going to call you that, but I'm proud of your bread endeavors. Your bread endeavors, if you will.
If you want me to respond, you should call me that.
Is that how to get you to shut up? I just have to call you. I just don't call you by that name ever. And then
how about this?
You'll stop talking to me.
We'll do call me by your name and I'll call you by mine. So you call me Justin and I'll call you Jason, baker of bread.
See, but that's not your name. That's the problem.
I think if you had a taste of this sweet dough, you might reconsider that.
I would be very interested to try bread that you've made.
It's pretty good. It's pretty good.
I was gonna ask if it actually did come out pretty good.
Last night, because it's like a 2-day process. Last night I thought, shit, this one's I really shat the bed on this one. I was trying to shape it last night and things were just things were just not going my way. But managed to get it together and it came out much better than I thought. I thought I was gonna have burnt dough with my dinner tonight. Pretty good shit.
You almost made toast.
That's the optimistic way to look. When you fuck up sourdough bread, you have toast.
Aim for bread. Even if you miss, you land amongst the toast.
I remember my elementary school teacher telling me that.
Yeah, that was hung up in my nurse's office.
Hey, bud. Bud.
Yeah?
Just saying hey. How are you?
Hi. I'm good. Do you know who I follow on Instagram who was on a bread journey for a very long time?
No, I do not.
It was Jenna Fischer.
Jenna Fischer?
Yeah, Pam from The Office. She was dedicated for months to making bread.
Really?
Yeah. It was
how'd she do? Did she seem like she did all right?
Yeah, I mean, you fuck up every once in a while, but there were plenty of times where she'd spend all day just documenting on her Instagram stories all about her bread making.
Do you think every now and again the bread would stick to the sides of the Dutch ovens and stuff because she didn't put any Pam on it?
I feel like this entire podcast is just you trying to get me to stop talking to you, and I want to let you know it's working.
This has been my goal the whole time, is to end our friendship.
Yeah, well, you're heading in the right direction.
Hell yeah. Man, I did not truly realize until I entered the dating app scene how ubiquitous The Office has become. It's truly,
dude. Everyone likes The Office. Everyone likes The Office,
but they think that's a personality trait.
Dude, if you don't think that The Office, SpongeBob, and Dogs is a personality, then I don't know what you think you're doing on a dating app.
I was talking to some friends of mine who are females on the dating app.
I'm gonna stop you right here. You've already told this story.
What about the thing with the burritos?
Burritos? Yeah, you told it in episode 1 or 2.
God, this is truly remarkable, man.
We've already hit the point where we're running out of things to talk about. Episode 5.
I'm literally looking at the notes that I've written, and the crazy thing about these notes.
Did you write that in your notes?
Quote, I'm experiencing a new kind of, Jason, you've told me this already. I don't know what in specific I was referring to.
It was that time travel. I have
freaking memento disease.
Guess so. It sounds like it.
Also, okay, the thing about these notes is, if I don't talk about them within a couple of days, for a couple of these, I've got no clue what I'm referring to. Some of these make sense to me. Go-karts on the roof of my elementary school. Yeah, I remember that. You're going to remember that. I won't, and we'll dive into that.
Okay.
But then I have one on here that's called, it just says crunchy coffee.
What? What? Why?
This is my thought. I'm like I've been watching a detective show recently, and I feel like I'm one of these detectives, but I'm a detective trying to figure out, like, okay, what was going on in this psychopath's mind? That psychopath.
There's only one reason you would call it a detective show. What show are you watching that you don't want me to know you're watching?
I have no qualms with you knowing I'm watching it. I just don't want to.
What is it?
I don't want to. It's Mindhunter.
Oh, I've heard that's really good. Why didn't you just say Mindhunter?
Because I don't want to seem like the pseudo-intellectual that I am.
Dude, everyone watches Mindhunter. It's like a very popular show. It's like one of the most popular Netflix shows of all time. What are you talking about?
Are you for real? That's awesome.
Yeah, I've heard like a lot, like everyone I know talks about how much they fucking love Mindhunter.
Because it's the fucking best show. This season is so good. I think you know this about me now. I haven't been a binge watcher in years. I cannot sit down and watch something for a length of time. But my brother and I, in the past like 2 days, have gone through like 6 hours of the show. We've only got a little bit left.
Yeah, I've heard it's really good. I just haven't gotten into it. So Jason,
yes,
tell me something that I know for a fucking fact you haven't already told me. And what the fuck is it with these go-karts on the roof of your elementary school?
Justin, my thoughts, my question exactly. What the fuck is going on? Now, I want to be clear. It may not actually be go-karts. It could be BMX bikes. It could be scooters. But I've seen, like, on the roof of my elementary school, I saw, like, ramps. I saw these flags. And I just can't fathom what's going on.
I don't know, dude.
It can't be an underground thing, right? Because then they would have left. They would have taken the stuff down.
Yeah, I mean, I'm assuming it's probably just for like some school event or something, but I can't fathom why it would be on the goddamn roof.
Yeah,
because of an elementary, like in elementary school, kids can fall off of roofs.
Yeah, that seems like the sort of thing that my little neighborhood would not be too keen on. The thought of like the dick twitches I went to elementary school with, like, hey, no way you did this on the roof.
Wee woo, I'm calling the police because you just called children dick twitches?
No, I called myself and
wee
my
woo,
friends
wee
dick
woo,
twitches.
Wee woo. Hello, is this
Don't
the police?
Put me in the slammer for that.
Is this the police? It sure is. Jason Paulie? Yeah, he's canceled. That's what I thought. Click.
Well, officer, come on. I was talking about myself here, officer. There's no need, man.
Okay, roger that, Mr. Paulie. Did you get all that? I sure did. Jason's dick twitches around children.
What okay. Now that one's out of context, and you know that, officer. I can't quite read your badge. What's that say?
What do you mean? What does my badge say? It says police. Fuck you. It says all of that. It says police. Fuck you.
Is your name Officer Police?
No, my name is Officer Fuckyou. Well, it's actually pronounced. It's pronounced Fuckyou.
Mr. Fuckyou.
Officer Fuckyou.
Officer Fuckyou. How do you feel about yourself when you were an elementary school person?
I thought I was a fine, upstanding citizen, and I loved the law.
Okay, well, shit. Then I guess. Do I go to jail now? Is that my path?
No, but you can never. I don't know. What people? You can't. What do you want to do? What's the most thing that you want to do your whole life?
The thing I want to do most of my whole life?
Yeah, what you said.
Man, I just want to throw frisbees in fields.
Wee woo, no more frisbees.
What?
Yeah, and this has been Officer Fuckyou. Here's my card.
It's a great card, Mr. Fuckyou. Mr. Fuckyou, you can't do this to me.
He's gone now, Jason. He's gone. He drove away. You heard the car.
Damn it, Justin, I'm so peeved right now. Taking away frisbee from me is like taking away doggos in the office from 50% of white women.
TMZ reports Jason Paulie's dick twitches around children, and now he can't play frisbees.
Stop this!
Now he can't play.
I hate this.
And now he can't play with his little frisbees. Canceled. TMZ reports. I was listening back to our the third episode where we were doing the Tom Riddle bit.
Yeah.
And I was like, I think my new favorite thing that I do is TMZ reports, and then just canceling someone.
Every time I think of TMZ, I only think of the scene from
Pop Star. I know, it's so hard. Like
Will Arnett with like
where
the
he has
45 ounce.
And he has like the three. He has like the three.
That crazy wig.
He has like the 3 cups taped to his hand.
And fucking Eric Andre just screaming.
It's such a good bit.
Oh, okay. Hold on. Speaking of Eric Andre, I just gotta say real quick, I have this problem in my life right now where 2 of the people I care most about in this world have the exact opposite taste in movies as me, and it's been absolutely killing me.
Who are these people? Is one of them me?
Sydney and Kate. Is that doing anything for you folks at home? Yeah. Sydney and Kate?
Well, it might be doing something for Sydney and Kate if they're listening.
Oh, come on. Like, Sydney and Kate see me once a week, and I think for them, that's plenty.
Just for them, I'm going to make a highlight of just you saying Sydney and Kate, and then saying that you don't think they listen to the podcast, and then I'm gonna message it to them on Facebook.
You're gonna send it to them.
Yeah, no, I won't.
That's great. That's great.
I have social anxiety. I can't do that kind of stuff, Jason. Why would you put me in that kind of situation?
They would find that shit hilarious.
Don't make me get Officer Fuckyou out here.
No, not again. I've already been labeled a pedophile.
We
God, no.
Is there any problem here? Not right now, Officer Fuckyou. All right, well, I heard someone say my name. Yeah, I know. It's okay. I know you get summoned every time someone says your name.
Is that how that works for you, Mr. Fuckyou? You just hear your name and you come to the scene?
Well, you have to say it 3 times like Bloody Mary in your mirror. But then I arrive with my business card and my badge.
Do I have to say in the mirror, Officer Fuckyou, Fuckyou?
That's disrespecting an officer. That's a citation.
What?
Yeah.
Officer Fuckyou, look me in the eyes right now. Am I going to jail?
No.
You fucking coward. Give me another citation.
It sounds like you just don't want your frisbee, so I'll just be taking these.
Please, not my Paul Macbeth Onyx.
Oh wow! I've never wanted to end this podcast more than I do right now.
I knew the best way to kill the bit would be a disc golf specific.
Did you say Paul Macbeth Onyx? Is that what I heard?
Yes, Paul Macbeth plays Pokemon, and he has an Onyx.
Yeah, I was going to say, like, it's like you're just listing things from my childhood. I was like, yeah, I have an Uncle Paul, and I did read Macbeth, and I have played Pokemon, so that all tracks, but it's like something, it sounds like a code that, like, wakes up a sleeper cell. Like Paul Macbeth
Onyx, and some guy like wakes up in Queens.
He just starts killing people.
It's a fucking suitcase with a silenced pistol and a notepad.
No, you say Paul Macbeth Onyx, and then a bunch of kids wake up like zombies, go to your elementary school, and start driving go-karts on the roof.
I'm gonna go check after this is done.
I really want to.
Paul Macbeth is really cool. Like I was actually just before. The reason that I was a little bit delayed in watching this is because they just had the world championship.
Are you telling me that you delayed Boycast?
Yes.
For the Frisbee Golf.
Yes.
Motherfucking for the Frolf Championship.
But here's the thing, though. Got very interesting, right? Because Ricky Wysocki going into hole 18. Ooh, he's putting up a good shot. That's looking good. But what pops up? Oh shit! Paul Macbeth threw out his Onyx, and that big stony motherfucker knocked it into the lake.
Do you think people are ever like Ricky's like hockey is one of the biggest sports in Canada, and people are like, Ricky, why is hockey?
You've had so many better ones.
I don't think so. I think that's my peak. I think
that's your peak. Okay.
I don't think there's ever been anything funnier.
Then I think for the good of everyone who might listen, I have to end this podcast.
Jason, if I haven't already like decided that this podcast is never going to hit the air, then please hit me over the head with a baseball bat, and also don't, because Officer Fuckyou will be all over that shit.
Oh, that's so true. I can't go to jail. Not again.
No.
Not again.
I will say his name 3 times. I'm not afraid to do that.
I've only ever been approached by a police officer twice in my life.
Make it 3 times if you just already forgot.
I've only been approached by a police officer 3 times. First time was a traffic situation. The second time was because I was playing Pokemon Go in the parking lot of my library after hours. Yes, I was like 22 years old.
That's the nerdiest fucking reason to ever get stopped by a police officer.
Yep.
I'm playing Pokemon by the library. Sorry, officer.
Yeah, I was in my car. I think she thought I was doing something cool, like smoking weed.
I was gonna say like
sex.
drugs, something cool like drugs.
This very much reminds me of being in college and playing Life with you and having Officer Paulie roll up to the window.
Dude, there are so many wonderful characters we've come up with over the years.
What do you think is your favorite character that we've created?
For you or for me or for either? For
you, your favorite character of your own creation.
I think that my favorite character slowly turned into my least favorite character.
Mr. Michael?
Yeah, Mr. Stock Market Michael. Because our near and dear friends drove that shit deep into the ground.
We love you so much, the friend we're talking about.
Yeah. No, I like it was a thing. I mean, it's not a secret. They know. Like it's like Dylan and Colin both know that I'm not
covered in blood.
I know
blood of Stock Market Michael.
I mean, Colin was there when Stock Market Michael died. Yeah, it was a character that we made up. I should probably give some context to people who have no fucking clue what we're talking about. But
sure.
Stock Market Michael was a character that we came up with when we were playing Life with some friends. And it got to a point... It was a character that I was doing that was basically like... How do I put it?
I'd say general
like a used
West European accent.
Yeah, like a used car salesman.
From like Czechoslovakia.
Yeah, sure. And like the whole gag was just that like I would take the little stock cards from the Life game and I would like upsell every single one of them, like they were all the best one. And it was like a fun thing because like in most games of Life, people only buy stocks like once or twice in the game when they have enough money to like that it makes sense for them. But then it started happening that people liked the character so much that I started doing it for every fucking time we'd play Life, and I do it like 10 times per game, and it was insane.
The issue came when our friend killed him, which was when he like decided to buy like all of the stock one turn after another, and so every single time Stock Market Michael had to break out the briefcase and be like, okay,
here we go. Yeah, apparently I should have gotten some kind of like copyright or something on the character because you fucking stole him from me when you were with your friends.
I stole him for a noble purpose, which was to entertain children.
We woo. TMZ reports. Jason Paulie canceled after admitting to entertaining children.
Please stop. I was just trying to entertain some kids.
Jason, self-proclaimed dick twitch, entertains children. TMZ reports Jason Paulie canceled. Calls his efforts noble.
From fucking now on, dude, this podcast is just gonna open with you being like, how are you? And I'll be like, I'm fine. Nice weather we're having.
TMZ reports. Oh God. But yeah, I think Stock Market Michael's probably one of my favorite characters we did. I think my favorite character that you've done, at least like when we were living together, it's a tie between two for me that I can remember off the top of my head, which is
I think I have an idea of at least one of them.
Oh yeah, it's Bin Boy.
Yeah, Bin Boy.
Yeah, Bin Boy, which was like every time we would take down the recycling, I was like, you were like my servant boy. Who was like raised by pigs or something, and you were just like,
my mother was a piggy, sir.
Yeah. I was like, were you raised in a barn, Bin Boy? And you were like, yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
Yeah, and then the other one is oh God, Nervous Improv Guy. That was another one that I think was probably driven into the ground a little bit, but like when it was strong, it was strong.
Well, the problem with Nervous Improv Guy is he peaked very quickly. He peaked from that very first iteration of him when Dylan was trying to like audition for some improv troupe, and I was like, oh yeah, let me just improv with you really quick.
And then you did that bit about the King's speech.
Oh yeah, that was like the setup or whatever, and he was just like running around the apartment like hiding under tables, and it's like, oh, I'm the king, can I give a speech?
Yeah.
Like you and Dylan were like guests at a restaurant, and I was coming in as the waiter. Like, hello, you guys, you want something off the menu? You want the poop salad? No shit. I'll be right back with your water.
Yeah, there's something about that like screamy voice that's just so fucking funny.
I found that the best way I could make people laugh in college was to scream. To the point where like Dylan, who is like an actual actor, wrote a paper about me for one of his acting classes about how not to treat your voice.
Yeah, I remember that.
I would like destroy my throat.
Well, yeah, I was gonna say because all of it was from the throat and it's supposed to come from the diaphragm.
When I went to this one summer camp when I was in middle school, and it was right around the time that I had seen a Harry Potter musical. I had a couple people in my cabin who were also really into it, and I found the first impression I could ever do kind of well was Voldemort from it, who's got like this really like raspy little thing. And so I did that for like 2 weeks straight, and I lost the ability to sing in falsetto for 2 years.
How did you cope?
I didn't get the role of JoJo in Seussical anymore, and that was kind of a real ego blow. My chances of getting into Juilliard after that were shot.
I wanted to make a joke about that, but I had nothing. Empty can.
Yeah, because it's fucking sad, dude.
Yeah.
I'd appreciate if my friend... Look, I know this is a goof-filled podcast where we have lots of fun. I'd appreciate if my friend could be there for me every once in a while.
Every once in a while?
Every once in a while.
Every wincing of oil. Ew. Cut that out. Horatio, cut that out.
Yeah. Oh, Justin, can I tell you something that's happened to me that I've sort of like... It's something I've had to come to terms with recently?
No!
All right. How are you?
Yeah. I'm sorry. It's been all about me. No, yeah, what's up?
Justin, I think I've embraced it, and it's not all of it. It's just a bit. But I've finally come to terms with the fact that, damn it, I think I like country music.
I know you like country music.
I know, but I fought it, man. I fought it.
You been had done like country music.
Did you say I been had done like country music?
You heard me correctly.
Hold on 1 second. My dog wants to be on the podcast.
Excellent. But yeah,
I don't know, man. I'm really into doggos.
I just like The Office.
I just like coming home after The Office and eating a burrito and watching some Office with my doggo. But yeah, there was a time that like I actually enjoyed the expression doggo. I know this is a sidetrack from the fact that I think my tractor's sexy, but like there was a time when I liked doggos, and as soon as my ex-girlfriend's mom started unironically using the word doggo, I was like, fuck.
Yeah.
End of an era.
It's reached the Facebook generation. Yeah, no, I get that. I still say puppo.
Puppo, I feel like you might be able to get away with.
I do get away with it because I say it with confidence, and that's all you need in this world.
All right, here, let me try saying something with confidence. What can I say? What's a thing I can say?
Jason, how dare you say the N-word on this podcast?
What?
Dude, I'm gonna have to censor that. You know that.
What?
How dare you say the N-word?
What is happening? No. What
and you
is
said
happening
it
with this episode?
And you said that with confidence.
I am now
I'm just kidding. I'm not gonna put that part in. I just wanted to say.
No, keep it in and fucking multiply it.
Do you want me to leave it in? I don't want to leave it in if you're uncomfortable with it.
Fuck it. I tell you what, man. I want you to just listen to it and then do what your heart tells you.
Dude, my heart's gonna tell me to leave it in because I think it's gonna be really funny if I put a censor beep in there.
Then there you fucking go. Can I just add this disclaimer? Can you cut in this disclaimer?
Of course, dude. Yeah.
Hey everybody.
We were Officer Fuckyou. Sorry, sir. We have to take away. What else do you like besides frisbees? I don't know you that well because I'm just an officer of the law. I have better things to care about.
I gotta say something I don't like.
No, I heard that.
I like The Office. I like The Office.
Say something you don't like. All right, we're taking away your subscription to Netflix so you can't watch Mindhunter.
Shit.
We were. Wow, that guy's a dick.
You know you fucking like him. I see the way you look at him.
Yeah, he winked at me as he was driving by as I said that. So I think we're cool.
Yeah, I'm like, I definitely picked up on the vibe that he's gonna hit you up later and just be like, hey, you want to grab a beer?
Yeah. Buzz. Hey, look, it's Officer Fuckyou. Hey, do you want to grab a beer? Yeah, I guess I will.
I'm glad you guys are happy. Can I tell you the way I thought about opening up this week? Can I tell you the dumb, awful idea that you should be so grateful that I killed?
Yeah, go for it. What's up?
I was going to open up by playing the song Down Under on my guitar in a minor key and talking about how one of my best friends has moved to Australia.
Oh my god. That's super sad.
I was going to open up with just like a, do you come from a land down under?
Is that minor key?
I don't know what keys are. You act like I don't even know what tempo is. Like I can fucking keep track of a key.
Hey Jason.
Yeah.
Do you want to hear what a minor key sounds like versus a major key?
Please.
This is a minor key. And this is a major key.
Okay, so you're just like hitting your keyboard a lot harder the second time?
No, I'm jangling my keys.
Oh, for fuck's sake.
I jangled 2 tiny keys, and then I jangled my whole thing of keys. It's a minor key and then a major key.
All right, that's fucking terrific. That's actually really good.
Thank you.
I guess I've just been so fucking beaten down. I've had in the span of this brief podcast, I've had the cops come up on me.
It's been a rough
more
one.
than a fucking negligent in West Bloomfield playing Pokemon Go.
Wee woo. What was that, sir?
Nothing.
Okay, love you. Wee woo. See, he can be a good guy sometimes. Officer
Did he just kiss
Fuckyou.
you?
No, he kissed you on the nose. You were there.
That's not very good improv right there. Hold on, let me nervous. Oh, he kissed me on the I'm gonna turn into a Pinocchio.
Yeah, I'd say I wasn't a very good yes-ander, was I?
No. But that's okay because none of us took comedy classes at Columbia. Therefore, we are legally not allowed to be funny.
Therefore, how would we know to say the words yes and?
I didn't even take Chuckles 101.
I didn't even know the words yes or and until I had a comedy major tell me that they existed. I've been saying C and E for my entire life until I met a comedy major at Columbia that were like, you can just say yes and. I was like, oh.
Yes. And I also did the same thing.
C, E, and they're like, no, that's not it.
Yeah, that's definitely what's going to happen at Columbia. You're going to speak in Spanish and people are going to be like, ooh, I wouldn't do that here.
Yuck.
Oh my God. Columbia, I talk so much smack about that school. Like, so much smack about that school. I feel like I would have done poorly at any other school.
Yeah, I feel the same way. I mean, like, Columbia was definitely school, but, like, compared to real school, like, we were all right. Like, I to this day I make jokes about how my degree was made out of macaroni art, which is really, really fortunate because at least it's edible, so it's useful in some way. Yes, I've heard you make that joke many times. It's a pretty good joke because it didn't come with a flavor pack. Don't laugh at that. What's wrong with you? If that sound effect was like following me around everywhere I went, maybe I'd stop making so many shit jokes. Yeah, it has to go with like the side that I did first. Like the sound effect is annoyed with the fact like, oh God, here we go again. You know, Jason, I'll just save that. I'll keep that in the bag for when we get a soundboard for this podcast. Oh, good. Around episode 200, we'll get that soundboard in here. Yeah, we'll finally be able to afford a soundboard, which is like a very easy program you can just like make in the computer. Or like, we edit this podcast. It's not live. We don't need a soundboard. We're not Neanderthals. Well, except for the fact that this episode is coming at you live on W101 Spotify. Or Apple Podcasts, or Pocket Cast, or Podbean, or YouTube, or the highlights on Instagram or YouTube. Coming at you from Justin and Jason, Dick Twitch, Paulie. We were. Excuse me, I'm gonna need you to stop saying that around all these children you're standing around. I can't help it. I can't help it. You're like, Officer Fuckyou, you brought these children here. That doesn't negate the point. You also like fucking
painted dick twitch on the back of my shirt like a
what did
fucking
I
scarlet
just,
letter.
Well, I don't take credit for that.
Yes, and yes.
Yes, I did. And don't you like my fine embroidery?
Yes. And
let's keep it going.
You embroider my car.
Yes, I can. And
I'm dancing while we do this.
I'll also embroider your house.
Yes. And my wife would like it too.
Yes. And I will also embroider your wife.
Yes. And scene, ladies and gentlemen, that is it for Improv 101.
No. Keep it going. Keep this train going.
Yes. And you can embroider it above the tattoo she has on her butt that says embroidery.
Yes. And I have seen that tattoo many times.
My improv coach is standing off on the side, like making the like cut it out thing furiously. But then, you know what I say to him? Yes. And I forgot the last thing you said. The most important thing about improv is to listen, and I said that up so bad.
Well, I'm sorry. Officer Fuckyou said that he's seen the tattoo above your wife's butt multiple times, and this is what you're like. You look at your wife in the audience. You're like, yeah, yes, and she's like nodding with like two thumbs up. She's like, keep going. And you're like, yes.
And
how long has this been going on?
Yes, and what were you doing looking at my wife's butt?
Yes, and sleeping with her several times.
And then I like turn my glare towards my wife and I go, yes. And she's still giving the thumbs up.
Yeah, she's like, keep going.
Yes.
Yes, and
yes.
And
the lights fade down. The narrator comes out and he goes, and that was the last time Jason was ever seen around that elementary school ever again.
TM04, it's Jason Paulie, known dick twitch, is no longer allowed around elementary schools. I'm so sorry. I feel really bad.
You're not.
I am. It's a little bit much for our usual bits.
What would you mean, calling me a pedophile?
Do you want me to just like go to the bait shop, buy a little thing of Canadian night crawlers, go to the dock and put that on a hook and take it in, just like cast it into the lake, wait a few minutes, be really kind of disappointed because there's no bites today, and then reel it in?
That was a fucking long walk for reel it in. I don't think there's ever been such a long walk for reel it in.
You're welcome.
Look, the point being, we need to get to the bottom of what the fuck is happening on top of my elementary school, but I can't do that because Officer Fuckyou is watching me like a goddamn hawk.
Yes.
I just want to know.
And?
Fucking hell.
This is a really fucking stupid podcast.
It's really dumb. Oh, you want to know what else is dumb?
What's
Just to
dumb?
Pivot away from Dick Twitch.
What up, Dick Twitch?
I did not see Hobbs and Shaw.
That's disappointing because you had 14 free tickets.
I had 14 free tickets. You know how many of those tickets got used? None of those tickets got used.
Well, you know what? It's probably for the best that 14 less people saw that movie.
Brother, at some point soon, you know it's going to be 13 because there ain't nothing God nor man can stop me from seeing my boys.
You know, that franchise you followed since day one. Not Fast and Furious, Hobbs and Shaw.
I genuinely saw Furious 7 twice on its opening weekend.
Yeah, I know.
And I did almost cry when Paul Walker was driving away to see you again.
I was literally about to say, like, after the first time you saw it, were you like, and I'll see you again?
No, because if I started singing it, my fucking bubby would have started singing. The second time I saw it with my bubby and grandpa when they came to visit me in Chicago. What do you want to do, Jason? I want to see Fast and Furious.
I want to see it again. And they're like, what does that mean? And then there was like a clock transition where it's like, do 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 do, and you're in the movie theater.
When I go to see a movie with my bubby, if there is a song in it, or if there's any way that she will know what is about to be said next, she will say it. Like, she was singing and, like, doing her little bubby dance in the seat during The Lion King, during Hakuna Matata.
Cutest
but
shit.
in patent bubby fashion, she was not getting the words right.
Aw, that's adorable.
It was very sweet. But the most bubby moment that happened during a movie is when me, my brother, and her went to go see X-Men First Class in theaters, and we're watching the movie, and the movie's great, and we're getting towards the end of it, and Eric has picked up his helmet, and he said, like, one of the people calls him Eric, and he's like, don't call me that name anymore, and he puts the helmet on and he goes, call me, and he does this big beautiful pause, and then Bubby, loud enough that all of us could hear, just whispers, Magneto.
What if she was like, Spider-Man?
Peter Parker.
Just call me Dr. Octopus.
Just call me by your name.
Yes, and?
Yes, and I was just talking about that book the other day. That was one of the most interesting film-going experiences. Watching that movie, me, a heterosexual man, next to one of my best friends who is a homosexual man, and not being sure which one of us was getting a little bit more flustered by the movie. Whoa.
Yeah.
Like, I don't want to say a sexual awakening, but I will say that Timothée Chalamet will marry me, no matter what anyone says.
It's more like Timothée Chalamet.
Why did I laugh?
I don't know. That was really bad. That was horrible. I think it's honestly like the confidence with which I say these very dumb things. Like, because sometimes it's like, if I say it super confidently, then it's way funnier, even if it's shit. Or if I say it with like the least confidence possible, then it's funny. You know what I mean? I feel like if I were just saying it like I was trying to make it out of, like, if I thought it was sincerely a good joke, then it wouldn't be funny.
I feel like there was a moment in my life that I had confidence, and it was fucking cool. What do I gotta do to get that moment back? What do I gotta? Who do I gotta kill?
Wait, whoa. Hold on. I want you to repeat that back to me, Mr. Paulie.
I said, who do I gotta kill?
Wait. I gotta take my notepad out. And wait, I got a pen here, and go.
Who?
And that's who spelled
H-O-O-O.
Who. Gotcha.
Do.
Yes. I can do that one. Haha. Continue.
I. Couple ways that one can go.
I think I got it.
Gotta.
Gata. Gata ta ta. Ha ha ha. Continue. It's nothing.
Kill.
All right, everything seems in order here. Goodbye. Wee woo wee woo. Wow, he let you off with a warning that time.
I guess that's the confidence, huh?
Yeah, it was the confidence. There you go.
Wow, that's kind of amazing. Do you think if I said that, like, no, never mind. I was gonna say, do you think if I said that to a girl, it would work?
Who do I gotta kill for some confidence around here?
just go up to some girl at a bar and be like, oh God, who do I have to kill to get your number? I feel like if you do that, I gotta walk up in like a fucking like overdressed like a guy, like a fucking nice suit and jacket, coming up just with the confidence of a man who looks like he's an international assassin.
Yeah, a real Patrick Bates type. Who do I gotta straight up kill to get a nice looking business card? It's a good reference.
Have you seen that movie? Have you seen that movie?
No.
I tried watching it. I'm not smart enough.
Is it Patrick Bateman? Is that his name?
No, because Bateman was on the show with the Arrested Developments.
No, that's Jason Bateman.
No, I'm pretty sure it's Patrick Bateman.
I just don't remember if it's Bates or Bateman. Why are you doing this to me? Hold on.
There was that because there was that one scene in Arrested Development where they were dealing with the whole situation of like there was a cop that had like found George Michael Sr. up in the attic of the Bluth house, and then Patrick Bateman came in and chopped him in fucking half and was dancing while he was doing it.
While you were doing what I'm sure was a great bit, I was Googling, and it turned out it was Patrick Bateman, and my joke was wrong because I said Patrick Bates the first time.
No, you might be thinking of Norman Bates from that old movie.
Anything before 2001 doesn't exist.
That is a stone. No, that's not true, bro. Because
we're some true '90s
kids. Fight Club.
Whoa! Stop throwing some straight up like nonsense at me. That doesn't exist,
dude. Hold on. Let me put this cap back on backwards really quick. Yeah, you can take a look at my dorm room wall there. I got the 8 rules, baby, but only 1 and 2 seem to matter. You want a beer?
I always thought that it was super weird that they only made episodes 1, 2, 3, and 7, 8, and 9 of Star Wars.
What?
Because nothing exists before like whatever I said. Oh well, this episode. So it's. I should say it's weird to me that episodes 2, 3, 7, and 8, and to be soon 9, are the only episodes of Star Wars they ever made.
Well, don't forget about Rogue One, a Star Wars story.
Those. Well, no, I already forgot about them.
Don't forget about Han Solo's movie Solo.
Wait. Yep, I forgot it.
Yeah, you're better off for having forgotten.
Forgotten what?
Yeah.
It's not funny. Why do you laugh at that? What's wrong with you?
I don't know.
What's wrong with you? We make each other laugh, and that's not okay.
I feel so bad. I'm like, we studied film. I legitimately think I like one movie that was made before 1970, and it's not even one of the ones you're supposed to like.
Jason, I have good news. I forgot to tell you about this. I watched Inglourious Bastards.
Oh, goody. What did you think? I'm very curious.
I don't know if I want to talk about this anymore. You made me uncomfortable.
Sorry. Justin, tell me what you thought of Inglourious Bastards.
Well, first of all, I'm going to need you to stop swearing in front of all these children. I really, really liked it.
Yes, I'm so tickled to hear you say that. I thought of all the Tarantino movies, that was the one you would enjoy.
Out of all the Tortellini movies, because I had seen, for those who don't know, I have seen Pulp Fiction, and I saw that like 4 years ago, and that was it. And I was like, it's fine. It just really wasn't right. It kind of is for like millennials in a liberal city. I don't know. It's just a lot of like, well, it's mostly just like film students. It's like you can't be a film student and think a Tarantino movie is okay. You have to have some kind of hot. You have to have like
not true. It's about which one you're allowed to think is okay. And generally speaking, I believe there was actually like a law of Colombia, like when you signed in, like you are not allowed to not like Pulp Fiction.
Yeah, I mean that's kind of how it feels though. There's like some movies that like film students are just like really fucking up in arms about, which I think is very stupid. But Yeah, Pulp Fiction was one of those movies where it had been hyped up for me for my entire life, and I watched it and I was like, that was fine. But Inglourious Bastards, I knew the memes that came from it, like Hitler screaming, or like the bingo scene, or like all that shit. That's like I've seen it, but like killing Nazis, like that kind of shit. Like I've seen that stuff on the internet before, so like. I had like some kind of context of the tone, and it was something that I had like always had on my to watch list at some point. But my lovely girlfriend Mary, who likes Tarantino, like sat me down and was like, if there's any of these that you're gonna like this one. So I listened and I watched, and I really liked it.
That is great to hear. I have a quick question. Does your lovely girlfriend Mary listen to this podcast?
I hope so. That's an excellent question.
Then let me say, because this is let me just say, Mary, hello. You know of me. You don't know much about me, but if you're gonna hang around with this fucking goober, you're going to know me, and I just want to, before everything, apologize.
Well,
for who I am.
For you. She's seen our ghosts video, which I think is the best introduction to who we are as like friends.
Yeah, I'd say that's pretty fair.
There's two parts in that video that make me fucking die laughing every time, and it's the part where you just start like speaking German.
Well, you're like you look at
the girl writhing around on the bed, and she starts speaking German like Ich Reichenstein, and you're like, do you think she just bought a Rosetta Stone? No, of course not. That's a good part. And another part that I really like is when you're trying to get me to like believe in ghosts, and you're like, well, you said it before. If there's no such thing as ghosts, who the fuck is Daniel Phantom? And those two parts always make me laugh really hard when I watch that video.
Okay, legit question I have for your nerd brain.
Oh, I have one of those. Dude, I watched Danny Phantom recently, just quick side note, and it fucking holds up. I love that show.
Yeah, it's the best fucking show. So my question to you, because I have long posited that if I could take the superpowers of one person, it's Danny Phantom. I'd take Danny Phantom's superpower because he's got super strength. Boy can fly. He can take over other people's bodies.
Well, he can walk through walls, disappear, and fly.
Yeah, it makes him it makes him much more unique than the other guys.
I applaud you, sir. Excellent.
My question to you, because I've really strongly been considering, like, okay, you could take anyone's superpowers, all that stuff. What do you do? How fast do you think Daniel Phantom can fly miles per hour?
I think the rule is if you don't have super speed, you can only fly as fast as you can run.
He clearly is flying so much faster than
that's just because there's like cartoon motion lines. You could do that when people are running too.
Yeah, but like, come on, you really think Daniel?
I'm saying
a brisk jog,
Jason. Well, first of all, if you can't run faster than a brisk jog, I don't know what the hell you're doing. But also,
pissing my life away. Physical fitness. Yes,
and I think that yes, you are pissing your life away, and fucking fuck. Sorry, my brain got distracted because I started thinking of Pissing the Night Away, which is Tub Thumping by Chumbawamba. But
okay, you just said gibberish. To me, I just said fucking gibberish.
Are you kidding me? You know that song. Everyone knows that song.
You said like Tug Something by Shubbo. You said like Huggy Wuggy by Shubby Wubby.
Tell me what you think I said.
Huggy Wuggy Shubby Bubby. You're doing the chubby bubby. You're doing the chubby bunny challenge.
Tell me what you think the words were that came out of my mouth.
Well, at this point, I honestly have forgotten, and all I remember is chubby wubby, tubby bubby. So that's what I think you said.
I said Tub Thumping by Chumbawamba.
Yeah, all right, sure. Yeah.
You know the song. I'm going to sing the song for you, and you're going to be like, oh, that one. Ready?
Yes.
I get knocked down, but I get up again. Nothing's ever going to keep me down. And then they go, pissing the night away. Pissing the night away. I believe, actually, the first year that we were... This is like a really randomly specific memory, but I remember that it happened. Me and you had a quick argument over semantics, as we often do.
Never.
Where it was
Yes and never.
yes and no, we don't. It was about whether they say pissing the night away or like, or it was something else. It was like, because you thought it was like, I don't remember what you thought it was, but you were like heavily convinced that a song that popular would not have the word pissing in it. And then I looked up the lyrics, and you were like, that's
not
dumb.
in Christian America.
But what the fuck was I saying? Oh, so yes, I think you're pissing your life away, and I forgot the first part of that. What we were talking about at all. I don't remember.
Talking about Danny Phantom and his ability to fly at speed.
Yes.
Let me just explain to you why this has been something that I've been thinking about. I'm a working man now, Justin.
Mm-hmm.
I often am sick. I'm sick once a week with a case of the Mondays. I
only can be cured with a heaping up of lasagna.
I'm praying for the weekends. If someone in the office says hump day, I think to myself, yeah, well, sure shit is, man. I've fallen into the working man's lifestyle, and part of the thing that I have trying to be adjusted to as someone who has been gainfully unemployed for the past 2 years of my life prior to this is just how little free time I have. And so I've been thinking about, like, what if I could just, like,
walk through walls, disappear, and fly and be much more unique than the other guys?
Well, here's the thing. Now I'm thinking about these superpowers. If I could have a superpower, what would I have? And I'm thinking about it in a very practical manner. There's a lot of great shit you can do if you're much more unique than the other guys. Yeah. But I mean, like, practically speaking, if I had, like, the powers of deflate...
Yeah, that's what I was going to say. Is, like, literally the Flash's super speed, I believe, is the most practical superpower.
My thought is, like, is there anyone whose superpower is the ability to, like, freeze time or walk or something like that?
What about teleportation?
Nah.
Because then you could get so much shit done quicker. Like, literally, sure, you could just pop around even like your apartment or your house.
Yeah.
Like, you could just fucking go places and just like, I need to go to the grocery store. I'm at the grocery store. I need to grab these things. I'm gonna go home. Wee woo. Forgot I gotta pay for those. But
dude, like, if I could freeze time, you know what I would fucking do, man? You know what I'd do when I freeze time? I'd sleep.
You know, dude, I fucking hear that loud and clear. But I wouldn't so much freeze time as I would turn back time to the good old days.
You're like a second in front of me.
No, I was minutes in front of you.
Now I'm stressed out.
It was Yes, you are stressed, and I agree that I would freezing time is something that I wish we could do, but the laws of nature go far beyond the laws of man.
Are we old men now?
After I've said that, yes, we are. I actually, like, when I was with Mary earlier, I was like, we got up from dinner, and I was like, why does my back hurt? And also, why am I 80? And I'm just like, yeah, me and you have been old men for a long time. I mean, I think you became old when you just admitted your love for country music.
Is that old? There are many people young who love country music. They just live, like,
Jason, tell me
about 50 miles to the west of you.
No, you listen to me. Tell me one person who listens to country music who's our age who didn't vote for Trump.
Okay, well, when you
the only people that like country that are liberals are over the age of 60, and that's final. That is a law of the universe.
I thought you were gonna say that's fine.
we were sorry. I was talking about the law. Officer Fuckyou is now an officer of the laws of the universe.
Officer
Fuckyou, Cosmic Police. It's his spin-off.
He's been given too much power.
It's his Hobbs and Shaw. Fuckyou and Fuckyou. Fuckyou and Shaw.
Officer Fuckyou, can you kind of, like, play us out? I think we've reached the natural conclusion.
Yes, and bye.